same.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't met anybody that was different. And then if I do meet somebody that's different, that's a whole nother topic. Like that goes totally south. You know what I
What you
mean?
mean? What does different mean? What does that mean?
Because people, 9 times out of 10, the people that I've dated, when I tell them that I've been single for 6 years, they don't believe me. And
Mm.
then it's like almost like they want me to put in this work to prove to them that I'm single. I'm not about to do that.
What? Put
I'm
in the
not gonna
work.
do it. Yeah, I mean, if I'm telling you at the end, when you dating in the beginning stages, you don't know me, I don't know you. We getting to know each other, right? You don't owe me
Mm-hmm.
anything, I don't owe you anything, but honesty at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day. So if we can't be honest with each other, you should take me as face value, I should take you as face value until somebody proves each other wrong, right? I'm not
Mm-hmm.
about to just go over and beyond and prove like this. What do you want me to prove to you? I, I don't know.
Mm.
And I'm not
So
really
what?
interested.
Okay. So you said you ain't had no deal breakers, but if date one do say, hey, let's you say, hey, what we gonna do? The guy say, I just want to do Netflix and chill.
I'm cool with that.
You, you know what that mean nowadays?
No, I'm not cool with that. Now we're not doing that. No.
Okay,
Now,
that's
see,
okay.
but no, Netflix and chilling. I think in a different mindset, it
Okay,
does
all right.
move.
You gotta. I got some young ones, and
Yeah,
they
you make
gon'
it right. Yeah, no, no. We not doing that. And now that would probably be a deal breaker. If that's how you come in, I'm automatically
okay.
like shutting you down because that doesn't pique my interest.
Mm, speak
You
on it,
seen
cause
one, you seen them all. Like it, and then what else after that, right? Like it's crazy.
mm,
We going nowhere
mm.
fast.
If
Gotta
we come
go.
out and that's all. That's what the first thing he came up with going on a date is that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if that is something like to you want to hang out, watch movies or whatever, talk, I'm cool with that. Like I don't need a lot. I'm not looking to be wowed because I feel
All right.
like if you're trying to wow me too much, you're trying to hide something in my mind.
Ooh.
That's me. That's
Okay.
me.
No,
This
hey,
person.
that goes both ways. I agree with that statement you just said right there. I agree with that statement.
It's the
Go ahead.
truth.
Yeah, if you it's too much, too over the top, too made up, too it's like
Hmm.
something ain't right. I what's because I not that every situation, um, but I think for men too, going back to the original question you asked me, at this age, I'm accustomed to, you know, and well, let me say, not accustomed. At this age where I am, I'm more inclined that if you have older children, and when it comes to dating, because of where I am and what I'm
Hmm.
interested in doing, and you know, and all of what I got going on, and I'm not saying I couldn't date if you had infants. It just would be whoa, that's tough.
What's wrong
That's
with an infant?
there's nothing wrong with it, but I mean, you ask me, that's a level of resource energy that you gonna have to share because it's just different. Like my kids are older. You know, my youngest, I mean, we're going middle school and high school and two in college. And I think at this age, I have more times not I've come in contact with women that have older children, grandchildren.
Hmm.
And I like that aspect of the infant youth child. But a lot of young babies and you over 40.
No, I agree with you on that. I
Like, I
mean,
mean, some decisions I'm wondering, like, why now? Like, why now? Because
I mean,
if you why now with the I don't know, if you why now with the babies, then I'm wondering why me.
I mean, things happen. I get things happen,
I,
but I wouldn't
yeah,
want to date a man that had an infant either.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you roll up to
I
the
mean,
guy,
I agree. I wouldn't want to date a man that had an infant because I just feel
yeah,
like it's too many different variables there. And sometimes, not all the time, but I feel like it may be some unanswered questions on both sides sometimes. And life happens. I get all of that, but sometimes it can be crazy.
yeah. I don't know. I Yeah, because I would think you'd be looking at me if I'm like, hey, how's it going? How's you like? I'm good. Like, what's that in the background? Oh, that's my newborn. Like newborn. Like
I would look at you
you,
differently. I'm like,
right,
oh
yeah, yeah.
man, yeah,
So
no.
you what? so you
It
so
wouldn't.
you going yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, probably like five and up. I think five and up would be good.
So let's speaking of all right, so let's this is another not a deal breaker. Not a deal breaker. Because I also feel like at this age, and not everyone, but let's say, it's the average woman that say she has children. I It goes back to what you're saying, how like if I don't hear about your children's dad, and I don't need to hear about dude all day long, all night, but
Hmm.
he coming with the deal, in my opinion. Like if we're quote dating,
Yeah.
he coming with the package. So I'm already in my mind like, all right, you know, how did that end?
Because it
What is he doing?
matters.
Yeah. What?
It definitely
I
does
don't, I
matter.
don't, I don't need no dude jumping out no bushes over 40. Right? That happened to one of my friends recently. I'm
Yeah, no,
like,
we don't
what?
do that either.
Nah, bruh. You coming out the bushes. That's you what? Oh no.
I
Um,
mean, I think also too, like when you think about dating, there are it's a lot that come along with the dating, though,
true.
right? Like on both sides, from men and women, it's so much that comes with the dating, and you got to be able to take the good, the bad, and the ugly
Mm-hmm.
to your liking, though, right? Like you can't just pick and choose what you're willing to take sometimes just because you don't understand it.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean?
So
Because
guys, we can't be
sometimes
picky.
people, you can be picky, but I feel like if you're gonna be picky, you have to have a full understanding. Don't be judgmental, but
Okay. Okay.
maybe
Right.
understand
Understand.
what it is, right? Because if you don't have
Okay.
any understanding, this is all in your mind, and it can be
Okay.
something totally different. But if you are being judgmental and assuming a situation versus be straight up,
Finding out.
ask. Yeah, ask the
Okay.
question. People don't like to ask the hard questions, and you have to
Ooh.
ask the hard questions.
What's a
Ask
hard question? What's a hard question?
um, what would be a hard? I mean, I don't really know. I can't think of one like right off the top of my
I hit you out
dome.
there. Okay. If it come to your mind, because here's the thing too. I already know that I got to get you back on, because you touched on some things earlier that I know my friends gonna be like, "Duh, you ain't tell her this." So we're like that. I would how what's first thing you notice in a man? We were debating this the other day.
the Probably their smile,
Okay. Okay.
because you can see somebody smile from across the room.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
you can see
Yeah.
that,
Oh no, I agree with
and
we
it's
we my friends, we've had this discussion, and my group of friends are small. Uh, I think for a lot of different reasons, but in our interests and what we see, oh, it runs the
I can only
spectrum.
imagine.
Yeah, I mean,
And then,
you got it from smile to complexion to physical features, which is ironic. They range in difference, but I'm a smile person too. I can say that. I'm big on just because typically you see the person first, and that's not always the case because sometimes you may see them in a lot of different settings. You could be at a function, it could be a cookout.
mhm.
Y'all might work together and just pass each other and not really speak, but just see each other and like okay. And I'm big because again, going back to your question, I'm big on like not only like me on the good days, everybody get dressed up and jazzy and put on their stuff, but
Yep.
the day when the outfit ain't quite right, you didn't your haircut you ain't got it yet, or you ain't shaved, like me then, I
Yeah.
say see them in all the seasons, but that's for for me because of the age I am and where I also realize I don't want to date for 5-10 years and then just realize like, oh, this ain't, which is probably why I ain't dated in a while.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. No, I do think that I think that's a scary part though. Like, you know what I mean? At this
Mm-hmm.
age, you don't want to be so invested in somebody if it's not genuine on both sides, because
Mm-hmm.
then you do feel like you wasted your time because they weren't really into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not like you
Mm-hmm.
were. You could be invested 100%,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
then they're not invested, and then they roll over and wake up like, you know what? I
I'm
thought I
straight
wanted
now.
this, but now I don't. And now you confused, right? And you have
Uh-huh.
6 months to sit, process, think, get over
Right.
it, and then get back out in the world, and see
Right.
what's out here. And it's going to be changing, right? Because I think
Mm-hmm.
that the dating, just dating, it changes all the time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not the same. Like, I mean, I've been single for going on 6 years now. Prior to that, I was married. So prior to that, being single was nothing like it is now.
Mm.
Nothing like it is now. I think men aren't as open to approach women. I think men are actually a little bit more hesitant on rejection from women.
Ooh, but
Strong women, right? Strong women, not just like regular women, but I feel like if
right,
they feel like if it's a strong woman, you know what I mean? I feel like they just
right,
a little bit more intimidated, and I use that word loosely or
right.
whatever, but I just don't feel like they are as open. I feel like a guy is, the ones that really just want to, they don't feel like they have nothing to lose. I feel like they'll go out there and be like, "Hey, girl, how you doing? You want to meet me? Let's talk. Let me get your number." But somebody
Right.
that's really, really interested in you, it's like, but what about the rejection?
Yeah,
That's different.
but that's real. Uh,
True.
and I say real in the sense that, and I guess just how I was raised, most if not majority of the time, I feel like, there's that look, the smile, and then that man is making some outwardly expression, conversation, however it is, to put
Hmm.
himself out there. Um, and I say all the time, I feel like, and naturally so, I don't have no qualms with it that you have that first right of refusal. You're like, nah, I'm straight. And, and that's that mindset. I know for me, I mean, have I been rejected? Oh yeah. I mean, you
I'm gonna
you,
say,
you
so
go over
you're
there,
not
you,
really worried. So you're not worried about rejection at all. You're gonna shoot your shot no matter what.
yes, and I
And
say the and part is I'm not out shooting the shot all the time, constantly. All
yeah,
right.
no,
So
but
I
I'm no, not all the time. Just
yeah,
like you
yeah,
see
yeah.
somebody
But
you
yeah,
interested.
that's real. But for me, it's always not always wrong word. A lot of times, because I believe, and I'm gonna go there. I believe God does everything for a reason. I'm more times than not amazed at just how I've come to meet people
Hmm.
when it comes to dating, where it may be a situation where it's like you see that person and something funny happened. So it's not a walk up, hey, you the finest thing I ever seen. No, I don't have that. And every time
Okay.
I go, yeah, I'm
Okay.
not that. So me, it's more like we're just mutually doing some things that are in common already, and then a conversation to strike up, or you actually might bump into somebody. Um, and then the things that are probably part of both people just naturally kind of come together, and then you look up like, hey, where did I meet this person at? Versus walk across the room, and I seen you. I call it, I won't say the name of the gym, but I see it every night at the gym that I try to work out at. I just sit back, and that stuff is funny to me. These dudes in there, they shot shooting, they they put on their best stuff.
They try.
Oh my god! But I know this is sidebar conversation because I talk about we see the looks. I marvel at both. I marvel at what a guy do in the gym. Like, dude, walk in, like, damn, bro, you got on some expensive cologne up there. Like, we in the gym working out. You got on, you got some Gucci
They
cologne
trying to
or
pull it
whatever.
all together. They trying to
Right.
pull it all together
What? And
by
then I
any means
seen,
necessary.
hey, but then I seen, women come to gym and we debated this. It's like some of the outfits that I see all age, because I don't know what your age is. And then it's kind of like you put that on, but then you wonder why guys looking at you. Right. And that's back to the thing too. Like I'm big on just the everyday thing. And if it's too made up, man, this is that's probably not
So,
my lane.
okay. So that's a great point. So are you that was going to be my question for you is, are you going for a regular woman when you out and just not necessarily dating, right? But
Mhm,
when you looking at women, right? Oh, like, oh, she's cute. Oh, she's cute.
mhm.
Are you looking at the made up ones, or are you looking at just like regular women, everyday women that you just see? Which
Okay.
one piques
I,
your interest most?
I could say I'm more attracted to the everyday regular, because that's
Why?
me. Because that's where I'm in my life. I don't I don't do the clubs. If I'm at a club, it's probably by accident. um, so I'm gonna be in what I call regular life spaces anyway. Um, is is how you look important? Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I want something that you look at him like you see him move, like, okay, yeah, that's the woman I'm dating. Um, but I'm more into just the I think you said the regular because
Yeah, just regular women.
yeah, I guess I mean, I'd say all the time, like, I went through I think a lot of people, guys my age, you go through the phases where, oh, she gotta look this way and look like this, and then you find that and you're like, man, but we ain't get this ain't it. But dude's like, damn, where'd you get her from? I'm like, man, you can have her. And then I step back and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna find somebody that is into the everyday things that I'm into. And then
Hmm.
you find yourself, and I mean, I I don't. It's people don't believe me, but I don't have a. Let's use hair if I could call it that. I mean, that's somewhat superficial, but maybe explain it. So from locks, long hair, no hair, everything in between, short, but if you like it, I love it, and I don't get wrapped around. Oh, it's got to be this. Can be. I gotta say, but I know for some guys that's big. Like she got to look a certain way. She got to be a certain size. I'm like, bro, we over 40, bro.
I
What
mean,
you
you gotta look for something a little bit. I mean, they need to have a little bit of something. And I say that not to say that women that are like made up, like that they don't have anything else to them besides like their looks or whatever. I definitely don't think that at all, right?
Mhm.
But it's a lot. It's a
Mm.
lot. I think it
And, and
is.
and and you mentioned social media. Again, I gotta get you back. Even the online dating and social media and profile pictures and
Yeah.
what
Now
like
they off, some of those are off the chain sometimes,
what?
you know.
Hey, like my cousin Jimmy said, you get I think the word was catfish or something.
Yes.
You could have a picture, and guys do it too. I mean, I
Yeah.
guys will throw a picture and you be like, dang, bro, that wasn't we like 28 when you took that picture?
When you see them in person. But that's what I'm saying though.
Oh,
But that's why it's so different. Like you think about it, you get online, do online dating, that's like one disaster. You date
uh-huh,
out in in the regular world, that's another like disaster.
uh-huh,
So to look at it like to be single now, I don't even really think it's a bad thing. I feel like you just be patient because I
right,
feel like people don't know what they want, or if
right,
they do know what they want, they don't know how to get to it because they're
mm,
not like probably like moving in the right areas or whatever. Like, you know what I'm
right,
saying? You're just
right,
not bumping into them. And it's tough.
Mm.
Because even though
So
you're not dating, you can still be single. I mean, you single, right? But that don't mean you don't
right.
get lonely.
Mm. See, you already doing the next show, Charlie.
I was just
You doing
saying.
the next show because I'm gonna tell you what. And I had a that's bad grammar. I've had several people ask me about that aspect of being single and like how do and we have to answer that like how do you manage the aspect of you're home by yourself, and how we manage that. So I want to
That's
have
a
that
long
episode.
road. Yeah, that's a long road.
Hey, well, this is what I want to do. Um, I I got to get you and my cousin Jimmy on at the same time because y'all, not the dating part of y'all two, but just I think you two have very similar mindsets. And I would love to be the one on the left hand side of the screen of the small box and have that dialogue, uh, because I just think that to hear your story, which I feel like we just scratched the surface on.
The baby
You were
scratch.
asking me some questions. Yeah, you were asking me some questions. But I love to have you back on, to dive a little bit deeper in. Um, because I feel also your family is very important. I don't know if that's the picture of your father in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yep.
I can appreciate that, in talking to you, and what you're sharing with me and those that are listening. So if I had to ask you, what's the one or two things that you would leave, maybe it's a tip or suggestion for somebody single, listening to us have this conversation tonight as far as dating, is all lost or what can we do?
No, no. I think that be patient,
Okay.
be open minded,
Mm-hmm.
and be organic. Be you.
Mm.
Unapologetically. That's
Oh,
it.
that's you. Oh my God, I can't. You're my cousin. Y'all, that is. And again, ladies, that wasn't scripted, so that was much appreciated. Charlie, I'm not big on goodbyes. What I will say is I appreciate you so much for taking the time to have this conversation with me tonight. We got to look at this blooper reel from the beginning because we're gonna laugh at that.
Let me know.
So, again, ladies and gentlemen, if you got anything out of this conversation tonight, feel free to drop a comment in the comments. Also, please subscribe and like, and follow the Netfield Experience as we continue on this journey. Charlie, appreciate you. You
Thank you.
I learned a lot tonight. I didn't realize I would be doing some of the conversation. Hey, but that's what this is about, right?
We
So,
got to touch everything, right? It's
hey, we'll
okay.
do. Hey, I'm definitely gonna be in touch to get you back on. Definitely will. Definitely
Absolutely.
will.
Thanks again.
Okay. All right. Hey, take you soon. Talk to you soon. All right. Bye.